Hello, world. It is Thursday, March 16th, 2023. And looking out the window at Defiance, it's another bright, sunny day. And it's a little chilly this morning, I think in the mid 30s, but it is supposed to be close to 60 today. And then a big change on Saturday and back in the 20s. The devotion that we have for today is entitled Consider the Lilies by Quinn Caldwell. Quinn bases the devotion upon Luke chapter 1, verse 26 through 27, New Revised Standard Version. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a town in Galilee called Nazareth, to a virgin engaged to a man whose name was Joseph, the house of David. The virgin's name was Mary. And then Quinn writes, reminder to church administrators, flower committee chairs, and beleaguered pastors who have to do everything, even the flowers. It's time to figure out about ordering lilies for Easter. Lilies are everywhere present in our imagination of Jesus' life, a sort of white and gold thread. Paintings of the Feast of the Annunciation, when Gabriel appeared to Mary, more often than not show Gabriel holding a lily. It's said that when the elders were looking for a husband for Mary, Joseph was chosen when lilies burst out of his staff. That lilies sprang up where Jesus' sweat fell in the Garden of Gethsemane. That they grew where drops of his blood fell from his body on the cross. That lilies were growing where Jesus' body had been when the women arrived on Easter. It's a whole thing. With that thread of lilies we recognize Easter is present at the Annunciation, and vice versa. Good Friday is there at the Incarnation, and the reverse. Travel far enough down the road of the Incarnation, and you will find yourself at the Crucifixion. Keep traveling on through the Resurrection, though, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the 21st century church sanctuary with a young girl and a bright light, and greetings, favored one, ringing through the lily-scented air. And Quinn's prayer. Let the circle be unbroken. Amen. Well, for me, this devotion brings up a couple thoughts. One is the circular nature of the seasons of the church, how we go from the birth and childhood of Jesus, jump right into the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus, and then spend the rest of the year talking about the life and the teachings of Jesus. And for me, I like the seasons of the year, but I think the important thing is that they point at the life of Jesus and his teachings and what he was trying to do. And this devotion also brings to mind the fact that really what we're supposed to be doing is following Jesus, not really worshiping him, but listening to what he taught, looking at how he lived, how he treated other people, and seeing how that from that first century time to what it means for us today to be living as followers of Jesus. And lilies, of course, come up in the spring, which for us, at least in the northern hemisphere, that is usually around the time of Easter. And this year, it's going to happen because I've already seen daffodils starting to bloom even last week before we hit, the very beginning of March. So I hope that gives you some things to think about and to think about what it really means to be a follower of the way of Jesus Christ. And when you look at a lily, think about that. Hope you have a good day, and it is Thursday, and so I hope you'll join us on Sunday for either in-person worship or online. We're on Facebook Live, St. John UCC Defiance, or join us, like I said, in person. Worship music starts about 10:15 or so. There's just some centering stuff until about 10:27 when the bells go off, and then we have announcements, and worship will be immediately following. So hope you can join us. Take care, and talk to you soon.